The foundation of my life was a lie. I need to find a way to breathe again. I always thought I had one of the great ones. For 15 years, my husband wasn't just my partner. He was my anchor. We built a life that felt unshakable. He was the man who brought me coffee in bed, who remembered our inside jokes from a decade ago, who held my hand during every hard moment, and whose laugh was my favorite sound. Our connection was deep, intimate, and real. Or so I believed. He's been traveling for a consulting project in Chicago, so I flew out to surprise him for a long weekend. The plan was for me to relax during the day and for us to have cozy dinners in the city at night. On the second day, my own laptop died, and I reached for his old backup laptop he keeps in his travel bag. I just wanted to watch a show. I saw a folder of old pictures and, feeling nostalgic, started clicking through. They were mostly screenshots of our old text threads, the sweet and silly ones from years ago. Smiling, I opened his messaging app, thinking I'd reread our love story from the beginning. That's when the floor dropped out. The messages weren't from me. They were transactional, cold, and explicit. Arrangements. I found a cluster he'd forgotten to erase, a 6-month window from late 2021 into 2022. In that short period alone, there were dozens of contacts. Escorts. In every city his work took him to, and shockingly, in our own hometown when I was visiting my sister. I felt the blood drain from my face. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely type. I took a picture of the screen with my phone and texted it to him with one word. Explain. He didn't text back. 20 minutes later, he was at the hotel room door. I saw the devastation on his face, the sheer panic, and I knew it was all true before he said a word. He collapsed into a chair and told me everything. This wasn't a mistake or a midlife crisis. It was a secret life he'd been living since before we met, a 30-year habit, as he called it. He tried to frame it as a compartmentalized addiction, a dark room in his mind that had no doors connecting to the life we built together. He said he loved me with everything he had in the real world. The number he estimated, the number of women, almost all in their early 20s, he'd been with during our marriage, made me physically sick. Over 100. He claimed he fought the urge, sometimes going months without acting on it, but the compulsion always won. He was crying, begging for a chance to fix it, to get help, to do anything if I would just consider not leaving him. I felt like a ghost. I packed my bag, called an Uber, and went to the airport. I told him to stay in Chicago. The flight home was a blur of silent, shuddering tears. The emotional pain is a physical presence. It's a weight on my chest that makes it hard to draw a full breath. I can't sleep. Food tastes like ash. My mind is a torture chamber of images I can't unsee. I keep rereading that one screenshot I saved, as if the words will change. The betrayal is so profound, so calculated, that part of me wishes I'd discovered he was leading a secret life as a spy. Something, anything, that felt less personally degrading than this. We have a beautiful, chaotic, blended family. 5 kids between us, all in their late teens and early 20s. When I walked through the door a day early, a shattered mess, I couldn't hide it. I broke down and told them everything. Now they all despise him. They're unified in their verdict. Divorce him, cut him out, never look back. My brain knows they are right. It's the only logical path. But my heart is a traitor. I always swore infidelity was an immediate and irrevocable end. I thought I would be filled with rage that I would shred his clothes and burn our photos. Instead, I just feel a profound, aching loss. I miss him. The man who made me feel so safe is the one who destroyed my entire reality, and I can't seem to stop loving him. I feel empathy for his struggle, and that confusion is its own special hell. What is wrong with me? Where is my strength? I was always the rock for everyone else, and now I'm a puddle on the floor. I avoid mirrors because the woman looking back is a fool, a cliché. Yet the person I want to call to talk me through this crippling pain is him. If anyone has ever navigated this specific soul-crushing brand of hell, please tell me how you took the next breath, how you decided on the next step when every path felt like walking on glass. I am lost, and I have never needed a compass more.